Hello guys, welcome to a new episode of Matthew Sports Talk. Talked about my Vikings in the NFL yesterday. Now I gotta talk about the painful side of Minnesota sports right now. And that is the Minnesota Twins. But Dad, what is it? Emotional support Pikachu? Must we talk about them? I know I don't want to talk about them either, but we have to talk about them. But you like the Vikings. Vikings are doing so good. Don't do it. Don't tempt me. So, yeah. Anyway, gotta get the bat warmed up because I'm angry. Alright. So, I checked. Last day of the Twins episode was a month ago on the 22nd of August, and today is September 24th. So, since then, Twins have gone 10-19. Have fallen out of contention for the Central. That's essentially Cleveland has got that. They're currently in the 7th seed. The 7th seed. This will all go back. This will all go back to the offseason and the trade deadline. You let Sonny Gray go. So your rotation consisted of Pablo Lopez, who had a down year, Joe Ryan, who's currently injured, Bailey Oakhorst, the one solid guy on there, and then who the fuck else? I mean, Simeon Woods Richardson's turning out to be pretty good, but Louis Varland, like, what complete bullshit. And then you have Correa spewing bullshit at the trade deadline, saying, "Oh, the Twins are going after this guy, this guy, and this guy." Complete bullshit. So, I would say this. If the Twins don't get back into the playoff spot by the end of this week, by the end of the regular season, Rocco should be fired. They should fire Dave Volley, and the Pohlads should seriously consider selling the team. Because you know what? They are quickly on the bottom of my shit list when it comes to Minnesota sports owners. At the very top is the Wolves, okay? They are the prime golden example for Minnesota sports. Then, I would say whoever owns the fucking Wild, like I fucking care. Then it's, A-Rod, Mark Lore, and, Glenn Taylor, mostly his fault, but we won't talk about them right now because this isn't state of the Timberwolves, this is the state of the Twins. And then you got the Pohlads, who, they have the money. Why won't they spend it? It's common logic sense. You spend money, you invest in a team, you get talent. The talent succeeds. Go deep in the playoffs. Maybe to the World Series. You win the World Series. More revenue for you. This is complete logic sense. Why don't the Pohlads get it? I gotta calm down. Still recovering from pneumonia. I can't get worked up like that. Okay. Anyway. Here's the good news for the Twins. Pretty much all the wild card spots, spot number 5 and 6, and then obviously where they're at 7 and number 8 are all clusterfucked. So right now, it's Royals are in the 5th spot. The Tigers are in the 6th spot. They're both tied. Then the Twins are in the 7th spot, a game behind, and then a game and a half behind, or not a game and a half behind, a half a game behind the Twins of the Seattle Mariners, the 8th spot, who I believe is still in contention for the AL West. If memory serves me correctly. I forgot to check that before I started this episode, but whatever, it is what it is. Anyway, so the Twins finish out at home, 6 games, 3 against the Marlins, which are winnable. If that needs to be a sweep. If that is nothing less than a sweep, then we are in big trouble. And then Baltimore, I hate to say it, but you have to win 2 out of 3 against Baltimore. So the Twins, I'll just mark that for them, have to, at minimum, 4-2. Preferably 5-1, 6-0, even better. So there's that. Give me 1 second. Sucking cough drops. Ugh. Anyway. Alright. Detroit also finished off with 6 at home. 3 against Tampa Bay, 3 against the White Sox. If White Sox have any pride, I hope to God that it shows up in that last series. And then Tampa Bay, They're out of contention, but you never know. Still, team pride is essential, especially when it comes to knocking teams out of the playoffs. So it's important. And then the Royals are on the road. They have 3 at Washington, which, Washington, blah, but once again, pride. And then 3 at Atlanta, which Atlanta is in playoff contention. So there's that. I guess that's really all I have to talk about for the state of the Twins. Nice short episode. I like it. Anyway, so we will be monitoring that throughout the week. And hope to God the Twins can pull it off. Because, I'm going to have a pretty scathing postseason report if they don't. So anyway. So yeah, I'll monitor this for you guys, and then I'll also have some post-game reactions this week, all depending on what happens, I do not have access to Bally here in my apartment building, so I probably would have to go to the Crooked Pint Ale House, 2 blocks away that way. So anyway, yeah, so that's the state of the Twins. It's a sad state right now, but you know what? Here, let's do this. Please, God, I pray, let these guys get into the playoffs, please. Even though how ugly it might look, please. Please, God. All right? Please. Please do right by Minnesota sports fans for once. You've done us wrong for 30 plus years. You've done me wrong for my whole life when it comes to Minnesota sports. So please, God, do something right. Pretty please. Amen. All right, guys. So, yep, that's State of the Twins, September 24th. Last week of the season. Let's get it done. Hopefully. Praying to God. All right. Have a good one, guys.